Welcome everybody to another exciting episode of A Week in Geekdom. I'm your host, Giovanni Menendez, and let's do this.
The views and opinions of this podcast do not represent official sources.
Because of the extreme amount of bass, listeners' discretion is advised.
This show has been brought to you in part by Two Black Labs Audio. You are listening to A Week in Geekdom. A happy Batman Day to every Batman fan out there. 75 years of awesomeness, and just support the Dark Knight, I guess, and pick up a free copy of Detective Comics issue number 27 at your local comic book shop, as well as those trippy little masks and stuff. But yes, welcome back everybody to another episode, another installment. I am by myself here at the bunker, and what a week it's been, folks. I mean, from video game stuff to comics, TV, and movie news, we're gonna try and dissect them all in this quick little episode. In gaming news, we have some rough delays ahead, and of course I'm talking Dragon Age, not by much, just by a month. Now the official release date will be in November for Dragon Age Inquisition on the PS4 and the Xbox One. I mean, you know, what's one more month couldn't hurt, I guess. In movie news, we've got a doozy here for all you Amazing Spider-Man fans, myself included, one of my favorite superheroes. Amazing Spider-Man 3 has unfortunately been delayed until 2018. That's a long-ass time to wait for an Amazing Spider-Man movie, but in the meantime, they're moving up the schedule, and we're supposedly getting the Sinister 6 movie in November, or in July or November, conflicting reports. I'm sure one of those 2 months in 2016. So at least we're getting something. But if you ask me, no matter the spin-offs in this Sony Spider World, it's still a Spider-Man story. So I mean, he's got to show up somewhere. I mean, it's not like you're gonna spin off and there's no other hero to combat them, unless we're doing like a Jackpot or Black Cat or all these side characters from the Spider-Man world. Unless you want to do Spidey 2099, I wouldn't be opposed to it. Meanwhile, Star Wars Episode 7 got some plot leakage rumors, and they sound like an elaborate fan fiction, if you will. Something about loose hands in space and Luke been missing and whatever, and Han Solo. I'll just wait until the official synopsis is revealed and we actually get to see the movie. We don't have to wait that long for it, so yeah, for now they're just rumors, I guess. Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson hinted strongly at his possible DC movie work, and I couldn't be happier. One of my favorite DC superheroes. If all things are pointing to this rumor being true, we might be seeing Dwayne Johnson as Shazam. You know, he's hinted at a character just as strong as Superman, and I could see nobody else fitting that description, especially if you're telling the reporters to just say the word. If it's true or not, I guess we'll find out in Comic-Con, which is coming up after this episode is uploaded. Next week, I'll be talking all the gossip and all that stuff and what I thought of Comic-Con 2014 over at San Diego. We couldn't be there. We've never actually been there because, let's face it, I mean, yeah, one day, it'll happen. Hopefully. Maybe. Meanwhile, Marvel has 5 movie dates set up all across everywhere, basically, from 2015 all the way to 2019. Other movies that might get one of these dates in the near future, I am desperately hoping we see Nova, or we see The Inhumans, Black Panther, or another Hulk movie, anything. Just please, no more Cap, Iron Man, and Thor. I love those guys, but let's give the spotlight to other characters, because the Marvel Universe isn't just the big three. This sweet little image of Age of Ultron debuted, and I am so happy that Ultron looks like a badass, as he should. I love the difference between the minions and or the drones, if you will, and Ultron himself. Cap and Iron Man, of course, getting new wardrobe, as well as everybody in this movie, from Thor and Hawkeye and everybody. I'm really interested to see how Von Strucker works his way into this movie. Is he going to be aligned with Ultron? I don't know. Quicksilver and Scarlet Witch, I do know they start out as adversaries for the Avengers. We'll just have to see. Really interesting news. Of course, one of my favorite DC superheroes, Aquaman. We knew for a long time that Throne of Atlantis would be the next follow-up to the DC animated movie lineup after Son of Batman and Assault on Arkham, which is it's coming out in a couple weeks, I guess. But yes, Justice League, Throne of Atlantis. The storyline was super amazingly awesome, if you will, this. But I am really excited. Matt Lantern really impressed me, voicing Anakin Skywalker at the Clone Wars, and just knowing that somebody as talented as him is going to be voicing Aquaman, I'm just giddy with excitement. Of course, we will be seeing other talented folks from the Justice League War movie continue on, because now we know that all of these movies are in continuity with each other. Jason O'Mara, Shamar Moore, Christopher Gorham, Sean Astin. Surprisingly, Michelle is not coming back as Wonder Woman. Instead, we're getting Rosario Dawson, which is pretty cool. But I would have preferred if everybody could have come back. I mean, Nathan Fillion's going to be voicing Green Lantern now again. And Jerry O'Connell's going to be doing Superman, which is another change up from the first new 52 lineup of movies, I guess, or the new DC animated universe. But yeah, some new actors that are going to be in this. We have, of course, Matt Lanter as Aquaman, Arthur Curry. Sam Witwer is going to be Orm. And I hope I get this right. Sameli Montano, she played Katana in Beware of the Batman, which I loved her voice in that, is going to be playing the badass Mira. I'm just giddy with excitement, like I just said. And seriously, he looks like a badass. All over at DC TV land, we do know that Booster Gold is getting a sci-fi series. It was actually hinted when the whole DC Nation first started back in a couple of years ago with Young Justice and the Green Lantern animated series. I remember them showing like a trailer of things that they were working on. I remember Blue Beetle TV series in the works, as well as Booster Gold, and it was rumored for a long while. So I'm happy, Arrow, Flash, Constantine, iZombie, Gotham, and now you're adding Booster Gold. You've got the possibility of an Hourman show, as well as many other heroes that are in the works. I'm just happy that this is basically like the new boom in superhero-ness, media-wise. But yeah, also in TV news, we've got that Flash's long-lasting adversary. Of course, I'm talking Captain Cold. Leonard Snart is going to be appearing in the Flash TV series, which was a no-brainer, really. But what is surprising is that Wentworth Miller is going to be playing the character of Captain Cold. It actually is a decent casting. I like it. Everybody seems to be in agreement with me. It's pretty cool. I cannot wait to see him. He will debut on the 4th episode, if I'm not mistaken, on the Flash CW. We'll see how that goes. So, we've come to the part of the show where I want to talk for the remainder of the episode. I believe it was at the start of this week, I guess, where we learned about the Avengers Now comic book initiative. Of course, I have to talk about it. Last episode, we talked a little bit about Lady Thor and how we were really just pretty cool about it. I don't know why so many people got upset about it. But now, with Captain America, Steve Rogers out of commission, he got sucked out of his power juice soldier serum, so he's now a basically, 70, 80-year-old man or whatever. Now comes a time where we need a new Captain America. Sam Wilson is Captain America. It was surprising that they made the announcement. I wouldn't necessarily have gone that route, but it really makes sense that they would pick Sam as the next Captain America. And just a big step up for diversity in the comic book world. I'm really happy about it. It makes sense. Sam has been integral in the mythos of Captain America, if you will. Especially after seeing him in The Winter Soldier, how badass he was. To me, he was my standout. I really liked all his scenes. So I'm happy that, we're getting Captain America again, or should I say Captain Falcon. Other than, of course, beyond Lady Thor and Captain Falcon, we're getting Superior Iron Man. I personally do not like the new suit. It reminds me a little bit about something like Tech Jacket out of Image or something like that. It's okay, I guess. They're just bringing out the douche in Tony again. But yeah, what interests me most about all of this, and I know a lot of people got change in comic books, catastrophe. Avengers Now initiative. I think this was a long time coming. I'm glad that Marvel is stepping out of the box. They're not worried about the characters, they're worried about the stories they're telling, and that's pretty cool. If we're going by the picture, which you can see here or there, we're going by that picture. Obviously we're not seeing any X-Men or mutant, I guess I should say, aside from Scarlet Witch. We're not seeing any Fantastic Four member, but instead we're seeing basically all the characters which correspond to the movie rights. That's pretty odd, if you want to call it that. But some of the highlights for me, I'm really glad that they're incorporating characters like Medusa and what looks to be Dante from the new Inhuman series, as well as Winter Soldier, Angela, Lady Thor, Doctor Strange. I'm guessing all of these characters are going to have solo books, which, well, most of them already have. I know it can be scary and confusing when they change characters so drastically. And me personally, I don't think it should be a cause for concern. It's how do you keep yourself fresh after so many stories, after so many years? Just give it a chance, and if it doesn't work, it didn't work, and things will revert back to normal eventually. I mean, look what happened with Superior Spider-Man. People went into madness, into a tantrum over Spider-Puss, or Spock, as the fans like to call him. But eventually, if you read the run, it was one of the most exciting Spider-Man runs in recent memory. So I'm just saying, whether it's right, wrong, you agree or disagree, just let's agree to give it a shot, because it looks awesome, and it's a nice way to shake up everything. DC's got their reboot going on, Marvel's trying different things with new heroes, and just overall accepting, diversity as something that should be integral in comic books as well. So yeah, Avengers Now, do I like it? It's interesting. As I said, I don't mind the characters, just as long as the story's good and you bring some of that old school flavor in it. I'm all up for it. The team is strange as hell. I don't know why Deathlock's in that picture, or Ant-Man or whatever, but we'll see what happens. I mean, I know a lot of you guys are really verbal about this, so if you've got some comments, write them down below. Leave us your feedback, suggestions, and such. As always, you can get in contact with us. That's wecangeekdom@gmail.com. Or you can look for us on your favorite social media platform, from Facebook to Twitter to Tumblr, Pinterest, Vine, Instagram. A big shout out to everybody on Instagram that's watching this video. I have some really cool peeps down there, and that's always awesome, so thank you so much. And there's nothing left to say. We'll be seeing you on another episode. Thank you so much for tuning in. I've been your host, Giovanni Menendez, and this has been another installment of A Week in Geekdom. by the way, I'm saying it now. Post-credit scenes for Age of Ultron has to be something with Thanos. Is a natural conclusion, I guess.